Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about low level design of snake and ladder game. Okay, so I hope that everyone is aware of this game, how we play this game, right? So if you are not aware, then let me just give a little bit brief, okay, on this game. So in this board, we have one board, okay. So if you take this particular example, so we have 10 into 10 size board, right? 10 into 10 size board, all right. And in this board we have ladders, okay, and snakes. So whenever, let's suppose, if any user reaches at this particular position and there is ladder, so that particular user is going to move up in the game. So from 5 he is going to make a jump to 58, okay. And same way, whenever a user reaches to this number 45, okay, or any cell in which there is a mouth of a snake, so he is going to come down, okay. So this snake ends on 7, right? So if a user moves to this cell, then he is going to come down to this particular cell, okay. So we have 10 into 10 size board, then we have ladders, then we have snakes on that, right? And we also use dice, okay. So in dice we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, okay. So whenever a user throws a dice, he gets some number, right? So let's suppose here at this particular position, okay, in the starting, let's say we have two players, one is Alice, okay, Alice, and one is Bob, okay. So both the players are going to start from this one cell, okay. And whenever, let's suppose, Alice throws a dice and she gets a number 5, okay. So Alice is going to reach to this particular cell, and here, since ladder is there, so directly Alice is going to make a jump to this particular cell, okay. So this is going to be the position of the Alice, okay. And same way, if next time it's Bob's turn, so Bob is going to throw a dice, and let's suppose he gets 6, okay. So then after that, Bob is going to make a jump to this position, okay. So this is one thing, right? And after that, again Alice turn will come, okay. Only one by one. I will just give the dice to first Alice, then Bob, then Alice, then Bob, okay. So this is one thing. And okay, so the first user among these Alice or Bob, okay, whoever reaches to this particular cell first, that particular person will win this game, okay. So this is how this game we play, right? So now, first of all, before designing about this LLD, okay, the low level design of this snake and ladder game, first gather the functional requirements for this one, okay. So that should be your first step, okay. So what are the functional requirements? So first thing, uh, if a player lands on a ladder, okay, if a player lands on a ladder, they move up, okay. So that is going to be first functional requirement, okay. And second one, if a player lands on a snake, they move down, okay. Third is, the first player to reach the last cell, he is going to win, okay, he or she is going to win. Done. And fourth is, let's suppose a particular let's suppose Alice is here, okay, at 99, okay. Now if Alice throw a dice and she gets any number other than 1, then then her turn will not be valid, okay. So if she gets 2, then that simply means one jump here, one jump here, going out of this cell, right? So we should stop here only, okay. So in order to for Alice to win this game, so she should get 1 only when she is at 99, okay. Done. Okay, so if a roll exceeds the last cell, then move is ignored, okay. So these are the 4 functional requirements, okay. If a player lands on a ladder, move up. If a player lands on a snake, move down. The first player to reach the last cell, okay, he is going to win. And if a roll exceeds the last cell, then move is ignored, okay. Done. Now next thing, some of the non-functional requirements, let's discuss about that. So non-functional requirement, you can say, maybe this board size, it should not be fixed like 10 into 10. We can take n into n, okay. We can assign any number here, okay. Board size we can modify whatever we want, right? And second thing you can do here, like here in this particular example that I have shown you, we are just throwing one dice. Okay, maybe in a one turn, maybe Alice wants to throw two dice, and then Bob wants to throw two dice. Okay, so in a one go. Okay, so then we have numbers from range 1 to 12. Okay, then we will get 1 to 12. Oh, not 1 to 12, we will get 2 to 12. Why 2 to 12? Okay, so if I take the minimum, okay, here one and two sides, two dice we are throwing say, right, parallelly, right? So minimum is going to be 2 only, and max is going to be if in both dice we have 6 6. Okay, then max is going to be 12. Okay, so from 2 to 12 we are going to get the numbers. Okay, so this is one thing that you can do, right? The design should be extensible to add features. Okay, such features like a number of dice or board size. Okay, so this is you can say my non-functional requirements. Okay, that board size, okay, it should, we can take n into n if we want. Then number of dice. Okay, so design should be extensible to add the features like number of dices. Okay, number of dices. And third thing, okay, third thing you can say that the system should be scalable to accommodate multiple players. Right now only Alice and Bob is playing. Maybe later on I want to add more users. Okay, so these are some non-functional requirements. Okay, so now let's see what are the different classes we need. Okay, so in this we have one snake. Okay, so in this snake class we have to pass the starting position of the snake, like from this 45 it is starting and it is ending at 7. Okay, so we have to add you can say position where the snake's mouth is, right? And we have to add the position where the snake's tail is. Okay, so here I can write same thing we have to do for ladder as well. So for ladder also we need to give a position where the ladder starts and the position where the ladder ends. Okay, so this is done. Okay, these are the two classes, and one more class you can take is board. Okay, okay, so in the board now, okay, first is size. Okay, so you have to pass the size of the board, right? Okay, this is going to be the first thing, size of the board. So we have to give now n into n. Okay, then after that in this board we have to give the position of snakes as well and the ladders. So here I can write snakes. Okay, so snakes is going to be I can give the snakes starting and ending position in one list. Okay, so here in the list I'm going to create one list of snakes. Okay, so list of snake you can say. So it is going to list of all the snakes on the board. Then also I will create for ladders as well. Okay, so ladders, list of the ladders. Okay, so I will just add the positions in one list. Okay, starting, and you already know that this snake and this ladder is going to consist of start and end. Okay, so this is going to add the list of all the ladders on the board. And now in the board I have to add the players as well. Okay, and I want my system to be scalable. Okay, to add more users. Okay, so in that, for that, okay, I can use queue. Okay, queue of players taking turns. Okay, so I can use that. All right, so here I can say queue of player. Okay, so now I will also define the class player. Okay, so queue of player, done. So this is going to be my board. Okay, now after that, so we know about now snake, ladder, board. Now let's draw player. So now in the player, okay, we are passing the player name, right? And we are passing the player position. Okay, name, and name type is going to be string. Okay, string. And then we have to pass position. All right, and here for the position you can say int. Okay, so player's current position. Okay, so this is for player. And then you also need one class name as dice. Okay, so dice is simply going to give the returns a random number, okay, between 1 to 6. Okay, so you can create a class here. You have to pass you have to just call this role. Okay, so this role, okay, here you can say int. Okay, so this is going to just return, okay, this method you can say is going to return a random number between 1 to 6 if we are just throwing a one dice, okay, in a single turn. But if in a single turn we are throwing two dice, right? then the number is from range 2 to 12. Okay, so that we have to carefully consider, right? So let's see. Okay, so now this is done for dice, ladder, snake, board, and player. And what else? Okay, one more thing, we need game as well now, how we are going to play this game. Okay, so for that also you can draw one class. We have one board, then we are going to pass the players. Okay, so queue, in the queue players, okay, the players in the game, so all that things we are going to pass. And here I'm going to call one method, let's say play. And when I'm going to execute this, okay, so it is going to run the game loop. Okay, so then players will start playing the game. Okay, so in this game we are going to pass the board, okay, the game board's instance. And then here players, that's similar queue of players, okay, the players in the game. Okay, and this play is going to run the game loop. All right, so okay, so this is done. So now snake and ladder classes store the start and end positions. Okay, you already know. Then board is going to manage the position of players, snakes and ladders. Okay, and then after that dice is going to generate a random number, right? And the player keeps track of the each player's position. All right, and then we are going to just run the game loop. Okay, checking the dice rolls and updating positions and checking for the winners. Okay, so now after that let's move to the coding part. Okay, so in the code also I'm going to generate these classes only. This is my main class. Okay, public static void main. Okay, and here you have to pass string of string arguments. Okay, args. All right, and now inside this uh, scanner class you can use. Okay, scanner, and here scanner is equal to new scanner, and inside this you have to pass system dot in. Okay, so this is done. All right, now after that you have to use custom board size. Okay, or we can give a, okay, let's use custom board size, right? So for that purpose you can say here int board size is equal to scanner dot next int. Okay, and here let's do one more thing. Let's add the print statement as well. Okay, so that we will get to know what we are doing. Okay, while I'm going to run the loop. Okay, when the loop is going to run completely until one user wins the game. Okay, so here you can write system dot out dot print. Okay, and here after that one message like enter board size. All right, and here once this is done, and here you can write done. Okay, so that's it, enter board size. Okay, and that's it. And then after that you are getting the board size, then the custom number of dice, right? So here you can write copy this, okay, and paste it here. System dot out dot print, here you can write enter number of dices, enter number of dices. So this is going to ask the user how many number of dices you are going to use. Okay, so let's use that custom number of dices. Okay, and here you have to write num or dice. Okay, so here you write num dice. All right, and then scanner dot next it. Okay, this is it. Then after that, this is, we are in main class only. Okay, now okay, now before proceeding further here, let's create these classes. Okay, let's create the snake class, ladder class, dice class, board class, player class, and game class, and then we will write the remaining things in the main. Okay, so here what you need to do now after that, so here this is where my this code ends. Okay, this class ends. All right, so here you can write the classes. Okay, so here you can write first class snake. Okay, so class snake, so in snake class we are passing total two things, start and end, int start end. And also here you have to write public this snake constructor I'm going to pass, and in this constructor I'm going to pass the two variables, two parameters. Okay, int start, int end. Okay, and here this dot snake is equal to snake, and here this dot end is equal to end. Okay, done. Then after that, so we have created this class here. Why I'm writing snake, it should be start now. We are writing start here, not snake, that's why it is in red color. Okay, start, done. So this is my class snake. All right, now same way you have to create class ladder as well, so you can just copy this, all right, and paste it here. Instead of snake, just create class ladder, and here write ladder. Now two classes are done. Okay, snake and ladder. Now after that we have to create a class player as well. All right, so here you can say class player, and here you have to write snake, sorry, snake, not snake, string name. Okay, we are passing the name of the player, and then we are going to pass the position as well. Okay, so here position. All right, and now here public, same name as class. Okay, in this constructor, and here just pass the name. Okay, string name, and here I'm only going to pass the name only. So here you are have to write this dot name is equal to name, and position initially is at cell 1 only, right? So here this dot position 1. Okay, so this is done. Starts at position 1 now, right? So that's why starts at position 1. All right, so this is done. So class player is done. Then after that class dice, let's create that as well. So class dice, and here int num dice. All right, and then random. Okay, so we are going to generate a random number. Okay, so random here. Okay, so now after this, all right, so here right click, import class. Okay, done. So here we have imported java.util.random. Okay, this package. So now this will help us in generating the random number. All right, so now here same thing. Okay, public dice, and now again pass int num dice, all right, and here inside this you have to write this dot num dice is equal to num dice, and this dot random. Okay, so now here I'm going to generate a random number. Okay, this dot random is equal to new random. I just initialized it. Okay, new, and here random. Okay, done. So this is done. Right now here in the dice, if you see here, we are writing this role. Okay, so this role is going to generate a number. Okay, so now let's do that now. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write public int role. Okay, and here inside this take sum is equal to 0. All right, and then you have to run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than num dice. Okay, so I plus plus. Okay, if I'm passing 1 as num dice, then only one dice will be thrown. Okay, if I'm passing 2, then I will just take first dice, then I throw second dice. So I will have to do the summation of these two dice now. If in a single turn Alice is using two dice. Okay, so that's why I'm running loop and creating variable sum. Okay, so here in sum what I'm going to do, sum is equal to sum plus. Now here this random is going to give me a number. Okay, so how to do that? So random, okay, dot here next int. Okay, and in this next int just pass the until here. Okay, until 6, right? So 0 to 5 it is going to generate any number, and in that number I'm going to add 1. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and then we have to return sum. Okay, so return sum here. Okay, so 0 to 5 it is bound 6, so it is going to generate 0 to 5 number plus 1 it is going to add, so that we get the numbers from 1 to 6. Okay, so this is done. All right, so this is how this is my dice code. Okay, done here. And then now move to the board. Okay, so class board. All right, and in this board what we are doing, if you go here, we are passing what, we are passing size, snakes, ladders, players. Okay, so let's do that. So size is of int, list of snake as snakes, list of ladder as ladders, queue of player as players. Okay, so do the same thing here. So int size, all right, and then list of snakes, you can say, right? And here we have to import this as well, right? So import, yeah, import it. So import java.ut.list. Okay, so this is done. List of snake, then you have to write list of ladder as well, right? Ladder, and here ladders, you can say, right? And queue of player, so we have to import this as well, right? Queue of player, and here importer alt plus enter, hold plus enter. Let's see, not working. Hold enter. Now done. Okay, so here players. Okay, Now this is done. Okay, so now again constructor for this public board. Okay, and you guys know that constructor doesn't have any return type, right? I hope that you guys are already aware of that. So here int size, then you have to pass same this list of snakes. Okay, copy this, paste it here, and then you have to pass list of ladders. Okay, copy this, paste it here, then you have to pass queue of players. Okay, you can pass this as well. Okay, all right, so here you can write queue of players. All right, and here after that you have inside this you have to write same thing, this dot size. Okay, this dot size is equal to size. All right, and then after that this dot snakes is equal to snakes, right? This dot ladders is equal to ladders. Okay, and this dot players, okay, is equal to now which but player, okay, we have. So here what I will do, I will use new linked list. Okay, and inside this I will just pass the players. Okay, so they're going to take a turn, right, one by one, right? So this is how I have to do this here. Okay, and this is done, this is done. Okay, and now after that a new position. Okay, we have to get in a new position also if snake mouth comes or a ladder comes, right? So we have to update the new position as well. So for that you have to write one get new position. Okay, method here, get new position. Okay, and here int position. All right, and here inside this just iterate over the snake mouths. Okay, so you have these snakes as a list now, so one by one you have to check whether we get that or not. Okay, so this is nothing but it's like for each loop only. Okay, so snakes for each loop only, right? This. Okay, so snake in snakes. Okay, one by one we are going to pick one particular snake. Okay, and we will just check what start position. Okay, so here for that particular snake dot start. Okay, if it is equal to position. Okay, then in that case we have to just going to return to the snake dot end. Okay, so here I will just add return snake dot end, you have to say, right? This is done. Okay, so this is where this ends. Now same way you have to do the for ladder as well. Okay, for ladder class, from ladder class you have to iterate over all the ladders that you have. Okay, so ladder in ladders. Okay, ladders. All right, so here inside this if ladder dot start. Okay, ladders dot start. Okay, and in my ladders. Okay, so now in that case you have to write return ladders ladder dot end. Okay, done. So this is going to get the new position. Okay, so here we are getting some issue. Okay, ladder dot start is equal to this. Okay, no, here why I'm writing this, if ladder dot start is equal to not ladders, it should be position now. Okay, if it is equal to position, now it's not good. Okay, done. All right, so this is done, and here this is where this ends. Okay, and now after that you have to okay, so this is okay, so here this is okay, so here you have to give the return as well, no? Return position. Done. Okay, so this is done. Now this is for to get the new position, and same way get winning position. So simply means when we have, like, if let's suppose if board size is 10, then winning is going to be 10 into 10 100, right? So I can use that now. So here what I will do, I will write public int let's create some variable, let's say get winning position. All right, and here in this you have to return size into size. Okay, so this is done. Okay, now we are done with class board. Now same way you have to create this ends here. Okay, now after that just find one final class pending of game. Okay, game. So this game is from where we have to start everything, right? So in this game you pass one board. Okay, so board, and you are passing the dice. Okay, dice. Okay, so board and dice. So now here public game, and here board, and here int num dice. Okay, and here inside this dot board is equal to board, and this dot dice is equal to new dice. All right, and here inside this we are going to pass the num dice, that particular num dice. Okay, done. Now after that, play. Now we have to write the code for play. Okay, so that's the final thing that we have to do here for this class. Public void play. Play, you can write like this. Okay, so now here what we are going to do, so I'm going to run one while loop until it's true. Okay, so until it's true I'm going to run it continuously. I will not stop, right, until this while loop is true. Okay, so now here first I have to poll the one particular player. Okay, which player is going to play first. Okay, so from class player, create one object player. Okay, and here you have to write what board dot players. Okay, from board take the players, and here just poll this. Okay, poll this. All right, board.players.poll. Now after that we have to roll. Okay, so I will just call the dice method that we have already created, right? So here int roll is going to be dice dot this roll. Okay, so I have already created this, right? Now the new position will be, so here new position. Okay, int new position is equal to, so here you can say if player player, okay, if it is not equal to null. Okay, if player is not equal to null, then you have to write here you can write player dot position. Okay, uh, if it's not equal to null, then take player position. Okay, here you have to pass 0. Okay, and you have to plus the roll. All right, done. Okay, now after that this is done. Okay, so new position we are taking it right like this. Okay, new position is going to be player is not equal to null. All right, then in that case, if it is not equal to null, then in that case we have to take player dot position, otherwise 0, and then we have to plus the roll. Okay, whatever the roll value that we get. Okay, and then after that here we will check if the uh, new position, okay, if it is equal to greater than board dot, if it is greater than board. Okay, if crosses the board. Okay, so I can say that if, okay, so if that we can do, right? So get winning position. Okay, so if this new position is greater than this, then that simply means that this turn is wasted, right? So in that case I will just write board dot players uh, dot offer. Okay, offer, and here I'm just going to player. Okay, do this. So I'm just skip the turn if exiting board. Okay, so here continue. All right, so then next person will proceed. Okay, so now here this is done. All right, okay, and here new position is equal to board dot get new position. So now we have to get the new position as well. So board dot get new position, and here I will just write the new position. Okay, so done. All right, and after this player dot position. Okay, you can write it is equal to the new position that we get just now. All right, and then after that here you have to, if you want, you can add print statement. Okay, so let's add that. Okay, so system, you can write it like this now. Okay, okay, so system dot out dot print ln, and here player dot name. Okay, uh, so first player dot name. So here I will get I will write rolled, and here I will get the value. Okay, whatever the value of this roll. Okay, and here after that inside this and moved to space. Okay, then plus, and here you can write player dot position. Okay, now this is done. Then after that you have to write if player dot position is equal to vote dot get position, get winning position. That simply means that this player wins. Okay, so you have to then just break the loop. Okay, and then so here you have to write system. Okay, so you have to write system dot out dot print ln. Okay, and inside this you have to write a player. Okay, dot name with that particular name. So here player dot name plus inside this wins the game. Okay, so this is done. So you can right, like this, done. And then you have to break this. Okay, you have to break this loop, right? So this game will only end when one person wins. Okay, and this is done. And then here every time we are offering the next player. Okay, board dot players. Okay, one is polling, then after that we are just going to add that again. Okay, in this way first person plays. Okay, we are going to remove one player. Okay, he's going to take his turn, then after that we are going to add him back, and then other one will start. Okay, so this process will continuously go on. So here player. All right, so this is done. Okay, so now this is all done. Okay, now we have to just write a few things in our main class. Okay, so this is the code for this. All right, now after that, here now it's your choice where you want to place the snakes or not. Okay, so list of snakes. All right, so here you can use arrays dot as list. Okay, and here you have to pass new snake 14, let's say 14 comma 7, one snake. Okay, 14 is start and 7 is the end. All right, and here you can say new snake start, you can say 31 comma 9. Okay, and if you want to add more snakes, so you can add new snake, let's say 37 comma 17. Okay, and all right, and here, yeah, that's it. Or you want, okay, that's it, that's enough. 3 snakes are enough. Same way, list of ladder, and here ladders is equal to same arrays dot as list, and here new ladder. Okay, and here you have to pass a ladder. So let's say you have placed 1 2 to 23, and then you have to place another ladder at you can say 8 comma 29, and let's say you have placed other at 22 comma 41. All right, so this is also done. And then players list you can pass. Okay, so here list of player, and here players. Okay, so you have to add here. Okay, so list of players dot player now. So here you can do one thing now. Here I think I have used somewhere 1 second, class of games is here. All right, and here, okay, so here you can use a list of players now. Here we are not queuing any element, we are just passing a list of players. So for that you have to use a list. Okay, now it looks good. List of players. Okay, so now here list of players is equal to same arrays dot as list, and here new player, you can pass name as Alice. Okay, and you can write your name right here, new player, and then you will find out who will win, right? Okay, you can have competition with Bob or Alice. Okay, so here you have to write Bob. Let's say Bob is the other player. Okay, let's make it caps. Okay, now it looks good. All right, okay, so now this is done. Okay, so we are passing a new player this, and here uh, this done. Okay, okay, done. So why we are getting this? Okay, let's see. Arrays dot as list new player, arrays new player name. Okay, so here why I'm not closing it, that's the reason. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, and here two are enough, right? Now it looks good. Okay, so now this is done. Now only 2 lines are pending, that's it. So now here board. Okay, and here you have to pass new board. Now you have to give this here you can pass the board size. Okay, so board is called new board, and here you have to write board size. Okay, so board size, what is going to be my board size? And in the board we are passing this all these now. 1 second. So here you have to pass snakes, you have to pass ladders, and you will have to pass players. All right, so this is what you have to pass here, and then you have to play a game. Okay, game new game, and here you have to write board, and in the game you have to pass 2 parameters only, board and numberize. Okay, so this is done, and then play the game. Okay, game dot play. Okay, done. Let's run the file and see if there are any code issues. So now see what it is asking here. So it is asking for the board size, so let's give a board size as 10 only. Okay, now it is asking for the enter the number of dices. Okay, so let's say 1 only. All right, so now see, here it is saying Bob wins the game. Okay, right now, this time. All right, uh, Alice rolled 2 and moved to 3. Then Bob's turn, rolled 1 and moved to 23. Okay, so because maybe we have placed a ladder there. Okay, then 2 5. Okay, so this is how it is happening, right? Then Alice rolled 6 and moved to 48. Okay, she was at 42 previously, Alice, then moved to 48, and then Bob's turn come. Okay, so it's not like in actual, sometimes when we play these games like Ludo or this, so whenever we get 6, so we again take one more turn, right? So I haven't implemented that functionality, but if you guys want, you can implement that as well. Okay, so here this is what's happening. Okay, so Bob wins the game this time. Okay, so it's not like every time Bob is going to win. All right, so here let's do one thing. Okay, now here let me just run it again one more time. Now let me give size 10, and again same thing. Now let's see, now see, this time Alice wins the game. Okay, so anyone can win the game. Okay, so all this occurring because we are generating the random number every time, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand. So this is our main method. Okay, snake ladder LLD. So in this we are passing the board size, number of dices, and then after that we are passing the snake's position, ladder's position, player's position, and then after passing all this, then I'm calling this, I'm updating this board. In the new board, I'm updating the board size. Okay, snakes, ladders, and players positions. So if I go to this board, so here I am passing size. Okay, snakes, ladders, and players. Okay, so this is nothing but a list of snakes, list of ladders, list of players. So size, okay, I am passing. And to get the new position, you already know that if snake is there, then we have to move to the snake to end. Okay, ladder is starting from the bottom now, then it is going to move to the up. Okay, so that is why I'm writing ladder dot end. Okay, so this is correct only. All right, so then in this way we get the new position. Okay, then winning position, you already know when size into sand. Okay, size into size, so that simply means it is going to this is nothing but my winning position. Okay, so here this is done. Then game, in game I'm passing board and number of dice. Okay, num dice. So here if you see game, board and a dice, so board is and this dice. Okay, so here I'm just passing the number of dice, okay, that we have here. So here number of dice, so only one dice I'm passing. Okay, so one. So on for here, see, I'm just going to poll the player. Okay, I have passed two players, right? I have passed two players, so I'm going to poll any one of them. Okay, so player poll dot players dot poll. Okay, then after that, once this is done, then roll. Okay, so we are going to call this method. Okay, it is going to generate a number, and then I will get the new position. Okay, so if player is not equal to null, then we will that simply means that player is taking a turn. Okay, so then player dot position up we will update, and we are going to add roll to that. And if new position is greater than that, then we are just going to offer the player back. Okay, we are going to skip his turn. Okay, if he's going out of 100 cell. Okay, so for 10 into 10 word. So then after that we are going to update the new position. So board dot get new position. Okay, in this I am just passing the new position that we get here, and then player dot position is going to be this new position. Then see here print statement, and then when the player dot position becomes equal to board dot get winning position, that is 100 in this case. So we are going to turn to break it. Okay, then we are just going to again offer this particular player. Okay, so this is for game, and then these are simple ones only. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear with this snake and ladder LLD. Okay, so if you guys still have any doubts, then please write in comment section. Okay, I will answer your doubts in comments. All right, thank you, bye bye.